I'm Andrew Edwards. I'm the president here at Dunn Building Company and actually started here 34 years ago in 1988. So Dunn is a really old company since 1878. The Dunn Building Group has been around since the 40s when Dunn got into the general building business. In the last generation, let's say the last 10 years or so, this group has built a good business here in Birmingham, working across the state of Alabama and into the southeast. But we started to elect to create some area offices that would put employees closer to their place of work, closer to the customers. And so about 10 years ago, we opened an area office in Mobile. We call that our Gulf Coast area office. About 5 years later, we opened an area office in Athens, Alabama. Call that our Tennessee Valley area. And then we rebranded our Birmingham office as the central area that essentially works customers across central Alabama. In addition to that, in 2019, we got deeper into the steel fabrication business by the purchase of a former fabricating business in Columbiana. And so now we have what we call Dunn Fabricators that operates out of Columbiana, fabricating miscellaneous and structural steel for both buildings that we erect and we build for customers and other contractors for them to install. So we like to pride ourselves as both the best at steel buildings and concrete foundations in Alabama. We also like to pride ourselves as being the design build leader for that type of work in Alabama and our contiguous states. Okay, so there are so many opportunities to jump in and help here at Dunn Building Company. At the craft level in the field, we look for both experienced carpenters and iron workers, but we're also interested in the young, inexperienced worker that wants to get a start in the construction industry and work from helper up to craftsman to crew leader, foreman, general foreman, superintendent, and senior superintendent. We have, in what's more often called the office setting, roles in project management and estimating, where we take aspiring, typically young employees that come in as a project coordinator and then work their way up to assistant project manager and senior project manager. Occasionally we have people that go from the craft route in the field and come into the office. We want to make that opportunity open for everyone that's interested in whatever they can do to maximize their career and their happiness in their career.
Good morning, my name's Owen Trotter. I'm with Dunn Building Company. We're at our job site. I am the project manager out here. This is Warrior Met Coal. We are building a bathhouse for them. We're also building a warehouse for them just right around the corner. We'll take a look at it as well. But this is actually the third project we've done for Warrior Met Coal. Typically, Dunn Building Company likes to have repeat clients, and this is one of the best ones that we have. This is basically a coal seam going down through the Black Warrior River, and as they go down into the shaft and mine the coal out, when they come back up, clearly they're filthy and covered with coal dust. They then come out of the shaft and go into our building that we're building for them. And this is very much a quintessential Dunn Building Company type building. It's concrete foundations and then a pre-engineered metal building structure. And you can kind of see it here, the gray bars and columns and lines coming through are all part of a metal building system that we purchased from a supplier. We have about 3 to 4 different metal building suppliers that we team up with. And once we get that product, we then erect the steel ourselves. We do that with our own employees. The steel erection is Dunn Building Company employees. We also self-perform majority of the foundation. And you can kind of see the bottom of the foundation on this project. Some of the ones we've done with Warrior Met have soils that are a little less stable, and we have to do deeper foundations. This one was not that way. So we've got pretty much a slab on grade that has the column anchor bolts that come up that attach to our metal building system. From that, we essentially have a foundation and a skeleton of a building. The skin of it, you see the metal sheets, that's also part of the metal building package. But a lot of the other things, we end up subcontracting out. You see the block work, we've hired a subcontractor, a masonry subcontractor to do that. Today, you're seeing some of the windows go in. We subcontract that out. Of course, once you get on the inside of the building, you're gonna have mechanical, electrical, plumbing subcontractors that come through and install the HVAC, as well as the electrical, the plumbing, and fire protection. There's also offices in this. So we've got a number of drywall subcontractors, ceiling subcontractors that are all coming through here. So that's this job site in a nutshell. We'll go over in a moment and you can see what goes into a concrete foundation. There's quite a bit of steel that goes into that as well. But that's a real nutshell of what this job site is. As far as looking into the future and employment opportunities with Dunn Building Company, we are an old company. We've been around since 1878, but we are looking for new blood to get in here. A lot of our employees are starting to graduate and retire, and we're looking to the next generation to come work and do this type of work. Doesn't seem like it's the most sexy in the world, but if you like getting out, getting dirty, and seeing something accomplished, we're really good at it. And we've been really good at it for a long time. We're extremely steady. To be around as long as we have, you have to have a steady income stream, which goes back to a lot of our clients. Warrior Met Coal's been around for a long time. A lot of our other clients, the power companies of the world, they've been around for a long time. They're probably not going anywhere either. So if you're looking for something that is steady, that can provide a good living for you and your family, we are at absolutely that opportunity. We're not going anywhere. We'll continue to do things. And what's really cool in my mind is you get to see something done. You get to see a product when it's completely done that you can go by later, show your family, show your kids, say, yeah, we worked on that project right there. I managed that project. I put up the steel at that project. I put the foundation in for that. Those are things that you can't do just sitting behind a desk all day, every day. It's really satisfying to be able to do and see those things. Is it easy work? No, it's not always easy. Do you get out and break a sweat? Yeah, it's a good thing. But you're gonna get to use your head, you're gonna get to use your hands, and you're gonna get to use technology. All of these things you've got to have. And more than anything, you're gonna get to build relationships with people. I just ran through a whole litany of people that are working on this project, and we can't do it all by ourselves. That's why we need young people, smart people to come in and work with us and get to know the subs, get to know the owners. That's how things are moving forward. Alabama's got a lot of great businesses coming our way, and we need people to help build us, and I think this is a good example of it. Dunn Building Company is a great company to look at for doing those sort of things. So I invite you all to come check out some of our sites, see what we do, and come check it out. There's the unit. How we all work together. When we designed this thing, we knew we had to put that unit somewhere. This is a big open space that's not eating up real estate in a room. We were able to say, look, let's put this unit here, and it's flowing in here so we don't have ductwork going everywhere. That was a good repeat client, repeat project. We learned a lot from that one. Hey, this is a cool spot because this is the first entry point. The coal miners will come in right here. They'll stand over this area. We'll have hoses right here. They'll hose their boots off. That's what I always say. You hose this off, and you head to the locker room right there. All this area is where they put like their lamps and their sniffers, basically everything that they need when they go underground. You come up, hose it off, put it back on charger, go take a shower, go home, come back, do it the next day. So this will be the meeting room. It'll be full of benches, and before the guys go underground, they come in here and rally. They have big monitors up and they show, where they're going down throughout the shaft. But yeah, this will be a big meeting area. So we are now over at our warehouse site. This is the second building that's at this property. You can see the bathhouse in the background. But we are doing the final preparations for our concrete slab pour, which we're gonna do tonight. We will start at 2 a.m. This is July the 19th in Alabama, so clearly it's pretty hot, and you want to get this concrete down in enough time that you can finish it before it's completely set up. We typically do summertime pours beginning at 2 a.m. just because of temperature's sake. As you look through, you can see all the reinforcing that's been installed. This is what makes the concrete hard and not move and keep the shape that it needs. If you can look right in there, you can also see some angles that are on that box right there. That's actually going to be a dock leveler. And I like to show those embeds because, like the stairs, that came from the Dunn fabrication shop. So basically, when all this concrete's in here that will lock that in place, we'll then have the opening to where the dock leveler will go, and basically a truck will back up right here. The leveler can move up and down to get to the back of the truck. They can then wheel whatever product they have into this large warehouse facility. You can kind of see the blockouts throughout. That's where columns will be for the structure of the building, like you saw at the bathhouse. And on the back side over here, there will be some offices there, as well as mezzanine. You can see the PVC right over there, which is for the plumbing. You can also see the copper stub up right there. That is for the fire protection that will come in through here. So with this being design build, we have to do all the regulations and meet the codes for fire protection, for structural, civil, et cetera, and we've done that, prepped it, had it approved. Now we're getting ready to pour this concrete so we have a pad foundation that we can put the building on. Again, Warrior Met Coal, great client. We work with them, and we'd love to have more things like this pop up on the job. So, Dunn Building, having those relationships and being able to build on those guys, it's not just with our clients, it's also with our employees. We got Dave Ballard here with us today. You've seen a slew of guys over here. A lot of these guys are our employees as well. So most folks that come to work with Dunn stay with Dunn for a long time. I've been here now for 10 years. We've got guys in the office that have been here over 40, almost 50 years. So the longevity of this company speaks for itself. You can do your homework on it, see our past, not just Dunn Building, but Dunn Construction, Civil. Most of these guys that are under the DIC label have really long longevity, which creates a lot of opportunity for the benefits that our company has, and everything from look at retirement with 401ks, to training, to learn, going back to school. We want smart folks that can come and learn our business and get their hands dirty. So, the benefits package, it's funny, I see one of our layout guys pulling up right now. I mean, this is a guy we've trained on equipment, just like a lot with you guys with the drones, that we've trained them. The benefits of that are things that you can use on this job site, but other job sites. The pay is absolutely competitive with all the other construction companies in the state. There's a lot of great construction companies at Alabama and Birmingham. But Dunn's been there probably longer, or the longest, and that longevity speaks to it. So the benefits here, like I say, the relationships, financial, education, they speak for themselves. And like I say, if you ask around the construction community, you're gonna get a lot of positive response on Dunn. And it's a great opportunity. And like I say, it's opportunity that's present right now. And it's not just for folks with experience. We need folks that just want to get their hands dirty and learn. The opportunity's there. I wish this was last week. I had an intern that was on this job site, and another one I have going on in Jasper right now. He was a UAB student, and myself, I also co-opted as I was going through college. It was probably the most important and most beneficial thing I did in school. Not only did I get to make a little bit of money while I was in college, but I had the opportunity to learn and see what real the actual job is like, what being on the job site is like. And in reality, you probably learn more in a week on the job site than sitting an entire semester behind the books and in the classroom. But it's not just learning how to tie rebar and watch concrete be poured and setting anchor bolts and setting fabricated steel and learning all that. It's learning how to work with the people that are out here. And in construction, you've got all kinds of personalities. Good ones, bad ones, funny ones, rough ones, polished ones. You got a little bit of it all out here. And internships, you get your foot in the door, you get to work, you get to learn. And in reality, in construction, especially in our geography and our areas, you're gonna have job opportunities. You'll probably definitely have one with the one you intern at co-op with. And also the other companies that you're gonna be looking at are gonna wanna see that experience. So internships, it's a no-brainer. I almost feel like it should be, especially in construction, a requirement, because you're gonna learn real fast whether or not you wanna be in construction. And if you do, you are gonna get unbelievable experience. So internships, co-ops, I can't recommend them enough. I did it myself. I think most of the folks here have done it. So I would absolutely look at doing that.
So Stephanie, what all benefits does Dunn Building Company provide?
We provide medical, dental, prescription coverage, as well as vision coverage, life insurance, disability coverages, in addition to 401k with match after you've been employed for 1 year. And we also have supplemental benefits that you can purchase if you choose, like accident or a cancer policy.
So as a high schooler coming into the workforce, how important is it to start a 401k?
It's very important, especially when you're young and you don't have a family or responsibilities like a house payment or a mortgage, to go ahead and start your 401k, because who knows if Social Security is going to still be in existence when today's workforce is ready to retire.
So for Dunn Building Company, what do y'all do for safety and anything with PPE?
Well, whenever we have new hires come on, especially when they are brand new to the workforce or construction in a professional way, we put them through an orientation program to go over all of the safety aspects. Of course, Dunn Building Company, we pride ourselves on our safety record. We work in some of the most difficult places to get into work, such as U.S. Steel, Alabama Power, Redstone Arsenal. So our safety program is very robust and very intensive. So, we provide everything that the new employee needs as far as a hard hat, vest, gloves, glasses, earplugs or muffs. The one thing that they have to provide is their steel-toed work boots, and just long pants and a shirt with 4-inch sleeves. Basic clothing. So, everything else we provide them with. We do safety talks every week, and they will be continuously receiving safety updates and training. That's just a core value for Dunn Building Company.
So how does Dunn Building Company provide more training for their employees?
Well, first of all, and I tell all the kids that I talk to at the academy specifically, but everybody that comes in the door at Dunn Building Company as a new employee, their education has not ended. They are going to be sent for additional training, whether it's to modify or improve their current job or to prepare them for a promotion into a new position. We not only provide craft training so that they can better themselves, and it may be that they are being cross-trained. They're currently a carpenter and we're training them to hang steel and connect and bolt, or they may be a steel worker and want to learn how to operate equipment, or it may be that they need soft skills like leadership training and things like that. Of course, we provide first aid and CPR. training to anybody that wants it, and sometimes even those that don't. And we provide training both in-house and externally. So, you know, we do have a partnership with Jeff State where we do heavy equipment operator training, and they will bring their truck out here, and it's the virtual reality training. So that really resonates well with the younger employees that we have. But we also have, you know, brick and mortar training where we will actually send them to a class to learn a skill in addition to hands-on practical learning as well. So, you know, you're going to continue to learn at Dunn. No matter what position you're in, you are continually progressing and building upon your skills in your trade.
We build steel structured components from columns to beams to embeds for the industry. We build for Dunn and for third-party contracts too. My job is to inspect the steel when it comes in, verify the material it is and the heat numbers, and verify them to the job that it goes to. And then throughout the process, from the saw through the drill line to fit and into weld, I do various measurements throughout the process, from layout to fit up to weld out before we go to the blast or the paint, and then final inspection before it goes out onto the truck. Magnetic plasma cutter over here on to my left, and we'll cut anything from sheet steel all the way up to 1 inch or better, if depending on the necessary components that we're cutting. We will burn holes in that up anything from about 5/8 of an inch up to whatever, 2 inches or greater, and the thickness will vary from 11 gauge steel all the way up to over an inch on that particular plasma. Everything that comes in through the shop, 90% of it has to be crane moved, so that's why we back the trailer into the shop. Hold ourselves to a higher standard, making sure we meet all the requirements and specifications for the customer. It's a different culture that's being bred into the shop, to where everybody takes ownership for their particular part.
My name is Jose Balderas, and I'm an iron worker and a welder here at Dunn. I joined Dunn from a trade school. It's called Academy of Craft Training down in Birmingham, Alabama. From there, we had a program where we could learn about trades, and that's when we were learning about Academy of Craft Training. That's where I joined, and that's where I took a welding class over there. And then from there, I got an interview with Dunn, and I got a job here with Dunn. The first person I met was Seth, and then from there, a week later, I was able to come over here at Kevin's group, and I've been with them ever since. I think what makes me mostly proud is probably all of us here treating each other as a family. If anybody needs help with something, we're always able to help them out. If somebody forgot to tie off, you know, it happens sometimes. We all tell them, hey, tie off, you know, just always help each other out. Same thing with the work. We always try to do quality work over here.
There's unlimited training. Everything that you can think of. You want to run a crane, it's there. You want to do concrete, you want to do steel, it's there. You want to fly a drone, they offer it. It's there. So it's that, and every job is different. I'm putting on the roof today. Tomorrow I'm pouring a sidewalk. Next day I'm pouring walls. Or I'm running a forklift on one side. It's everything. I do everything. Never get bored.
Dunn Building Company, there's plenty of opportunity for growth and opportunities to find employment immediately. We want to continue to grow, and good hard workers. Dunn Building Company, proud member of the Dunn Companies.